Hi there, this is Cooking with Seb, and I did want to mention one thing. I am not a chef. I'm a line cook. I stole all of my recipes from chefs that I've worked under. So, if you're wondering, ooh, Chef Seb, I can't possibly do that, you can do it, because every recipe I make for you is easily done in a trailer. So therefore, not a problem, right? So, don't worry, just follow along and you'll do just fine. Thank you. Tonight we're gonna do steak, and steak done the trailer way. Now granted, a lot of you don't have like a really fabulous kitchen that is worth all this, and you gotta, no, we're gonna do it the easy way. And granted, I do have a pretty good spice rack, but we don't need such a huge spice rack. What we do need is steak. And this is sirloin. It's actually on sale right now if you want to go out and get it. Now, the best thing to do is to take your sirloin and play with it a little bit. You know, play with your meat. No, I'm kidding, alright? Alright, and then garlic salt. A little bit of garlic salt.
On both sides.
And a little bit more garlic salt. And a little bit more garlic salt. There
Damn, honey. That's like snow all over it.
Alright, now some ground pepper. Pepper and grounded. It's not grounded pepper, you know, like the stuff, like an airplane that's been grounded. No. It's grounded pepper. We just kind of go nuts. Really, go nuts. The more nuts you go, the more flavorful everything is. Of course, if you go too nuts on the salt, then it's too salty. Now this is ground sage. The reason why we use ground sage is because, well, it gives it that earthy, dirty flavor. I know what you're thinking, earthy, dirty? What the hell is he talking about? Trust me on this, you'll like
Hippie
it.
flavor.
And this is a clumpy onion. It's really humid here right now, and half of my herbs are there. Alright. Now, some of you may not have the money to buy one of these, which is like 72 forks. So what you could do, if you don't have one of these, is get yourself a fork.
But I have the meat.
Preferably a clean one. And then you just stab it to death, right? Well, I cheat. You stab it, and stab it, and stab it. This is like stabbing your beef, well, every time I do it, it's 72 forks. So it's like going like this for a long time. Now, when we get one side done, and you know it's done because your beef will actually grow. It'll get bigger. Anyway, about 2 to 3 inches more than it was when you first pull it out of the thing. You flip it over, do the other side just like you did this side. And of course, sometimes it's easier just to have pepper that you can just, you know, sprinkle on. Well, I like to do things difficult and work for my food. That way I'm burning off all the calories that I'm about to eat. Alright, that looks pretty good. Back to the garlic salt. Now this side you don't have to go as heavy. I mean onion powder, but we don't really have powder going on in here. So I'm going to use the fork.
It's not my fault.
And grind it away a little bit here. I mentioned it's just very humid here. We live in Louisiana. Yeah. No. Actually, it's Tucson, Arizona, but It's summertime, and we have humid. Believe it or not, there is humidity here. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. Look, 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 look. It's snowing, everyone. It's snowing. Okay, ground sage. Got to get that dirt taste.
Batman's on.
Now, again, with the tenderizer. Now, my camera person mentioned to use a hammer. Now, when you use a hammer, all you're going to do is just flatten it. You're not really tenderizing it, you're just flattening it. And that's not really what the idea is. That's why I put the herbs on first, and then I use the fork, because what you're doing is you're pushing the herbs down into the meat. Into the meat. Into the meat. So, now we've gotten to the point of where we're almost done on the back side. Now, the beer. The beer is for the cook. And for the marinade, put a little on the bottom. Take your big piece of meat and kind of tuck it in there, because now it's grown.
Fizzling.
It does that. Does that when you first put it in there. All right, now get it all in there, and then wash your hands so you don't get the meat. You don't want to mess up your beer can. So you'll be using this later. Like while this is marinating, I'll be using this. All right, here we go, and a little on the top. You don't want to use too much. Marinate in beer and the spices I mentioned before. If you didn't take it down, that's too bad. Okay, now I'm going to put you on pause while I go watch TV, and this marinates for an hour. Hi there, and welcome back. Now, we got some potatoes here. Now, a lot of you are like, but Sev, those should have been in the oven hours ago. No, you're wrong. Now, see, there's a certain secret that I have, learning as a line cook. One, of course, make sure you wash your potatoes. And a good washing is always good for potatoes. Two, is a microwave-safe bowl. Oh, that's the meat, by the way. I pulled it out, and it is now sitting in room control because the coals are getting close. We're within 5 minutes right now. But I thought right now we would prepare the potatoes. And you want to inspect them, make sure there's no dirt clods or anything, because, you know, nobody likes to eat dirt clods. Or at least I don't. I'm sure some of you have had a potato in a Richie Rich restaurant, and you were like, wow, there's a lot of dirt on this thing. Well, that's because someone didn't take the time to wash them. Now that you have them washed, remember that fork? Okay, this thing is soaking because it needs to soak. But you're going to take the fork, 2 and 3, on the other side, 1, 2, oh! I'm kidding, I missed. Anyway, then back to the other potato. Make sure it's good and clean. Get into the crevices, get all the eyes out. Alright, now, here we go. And back. 1, 2, and 3. The other side, 1, 2, and 3. Now, the reason why you want to stab them is because you want them to be able to breathe. Now, as you can see, this bowl is actually too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for another bowl while I put you on hold. Okay, now I put you on hold because sometimes looking for anything in this place could take hours. I once spent 3 hours looking for my special spoon. What's that special spoon for? It's just my lucky spoon. You ever had a lucky shirt? Well, I got a lucky spoon, and then I couldn't find it. So it took me 3 hours to find it, and then once I found it, I don't let go of it. Now what you're going to do you have the potatoes. They've been stabbed. And you're going to add about half an inch of water. A little more. Half an inch in water. Now that you've got a half an inch in water, we're going to go into the microwave. Now, my camera person is gone right now, so we can't exactly show you that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 3 minutes on this side, and I'm going to pull them out, and I'm going to flip them over and go on that side. Well, it's best to get the potatoes the spoon. That way they fit in there better. And then another 3 minutes. And then after those 2-3 minutes, I'm going to check it and see if it's soft. If you can squeeze it and it squishes, you've probably gone too long. It needs to be just a little firm, but not too firm. So what we're going to do right now, because the beef is about ready to go onto the grill, but it's dark outside and there's no point in bringing you out there because you won't be able to see anything and it'll be just kind of a waste of time. So what I'm going to do is the beef is going to go onto the grill. The potatoes are going to go into the microwave oven for 3 minutes.